Welcome to Season 3 of Reverse the Rebound Weight Gain. My name is Georgie Beams, and I'm a registered psychologist with over 10 years of experience working exclusively in food cravings, eating, and weight. I've helped thousands of women all around the world in my 3-month intensive program. Eating isn't about willpower, it's about your mind. Disordered eating is a mental health issue, not a personal failure. Weight loss surgery, weight loss medications, and dieting can't fix the root cause. The podcast is here to help you uncover your eating triggers, heal your relationship with food, and rewire your brain for lasting change. Let's transform from surviving to thriving together. Welcome to Season 3. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of Reverse the Rebound Weight Gain. Today we are unpacking survival mode and cravings. So welcome back. We are diving deep into being in survival mode, which is where most of my clients start off when we start working together. And we're going to unpack what it is, why it happens, and how it impacts your eating habits, weight, and your overall well-being. If you've ever felt like you're constantly stressed or stuck in a cycle of overwhelm and shutdown, this episode is for you. We're going to break down how a dysregulated nervous system can keep you trapped in survival mode, and more importantly, what you can start to do to break free. So let's start with the basics and jump in. So your nervous system is like an elevator designed to move smoothly between floors. At the top, you have activity, energy, and focus. This is your sympathetic state, also known as fight or flight. And at the bottom, you have rest and digest and relaxation. This is your parasympathetic state, also called rest and digest. A healthy nervous system moves up and down the elevator naturally, shifting between activity and rest as needed. But when your nervous system becomes dysregulated, it's like the elevator gets stuck, bouncing between just two extremes, stress at the top and shutdown at the bottom. This is what we call survival mode. It's a state where your body and brain are hyper-focused on protecting you from perceived threats, even if those threats aren't life-threatening. And in fact, a lot of these threats can actually be day-to-day subtle threats. This constant cycling between stress and shutdown takes a massive toll on your physical and emotional health. When you're stuck in survival mode, your body's priority isn't digestion. It isn't your metabolism or even making healthy food choices. It's survival. And here is what happens. When you're in survival mode, your digestion slows down. Your body redirects energy away from digestion to fuel your fight or flight response. This can lead to bloating, indigestion, and other gut issues. Your hormones go haywire. So stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline stay elevated, which can interfere with weight loss, increase cravings, and disrupt sleep. Cravings take over. So in survival mode, your brain seeks quick energy sources, often leading to cravings for high sugar, high fat foods, otherwise known as slider foods as well for bariatric patients. And it's not a lack of willpower, it's biology. And finally, chronic health issues. Over time, staying in survival mode can contribute to long-term issues like autoimmune disorders, fatigue, and even weight regain after interventions like surgery or weight loss medications. So why do we get stuck in survival mode? Your nervous system is constantly scanning your environment for safety or danger. This is called neuroception. When it perceives a threat, Whether it's a stressful email or an argument or even a loud noise, it reacts the same way it would if you were being chased by a tiger. This is how we are wired. The problem is, many of us live in environments that feel unsafe to our nervous system. Even though we are physically safe, it's a lack of emotional safety. We're juggling work, family, finances, and endless to-do lists, which keeps us in a constant state of hypervigilance. Even when we're not actively stressed, we may feel exhausted or numb because our nervous system has hit the freeze button to conserve energy. The good news is you don't have to stay stuck. There are simple, effective ways to start regulating your nervous system and finding balance again. So here are a few practical tips to get started. First of all, map your nervous system. So spending a few days noticing how much time you spend in fight or flight, remember that's sympathetic, versus freeze, right down the bottom of that elevator. Are there specific tasks, environments, people, or times of day that trigger these states for you? So awareness is really the first step. Next, practice that deep breathing. So this is so simple but yet highly effective, such a powerful way to activate your parasympathetic system and bring your body back to rest and digest. That is healing mode for your body. And remember, when we have activated our parasympathetic system, our body and our system feel safe and connected, and we are not looking to shove food down. So try inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6. Next, take mini breaks. So schedule small breaks throughout your day to reset. So even 5 minutes of stepping outside, taking a walk around the block, stretching, sitting out in the sun, grounding your feet, practicing mindfulness. This all helps us to regulate our nervous system. One thing I have noticed with clients is often that they're going to the fridge looking for food when really what they're truly craving is a little mini break. Next, engage your senses. Activities like listening to calming music, lighting a scented candle, which is one of my favorites, feeling the warmth of a cup of tea, another one of my favorites. Maybe that's why I love my Earl Grey tea so much. It can really signal to your brain that you're safe. So just practicing these little habits and engaging your senses. And then finally, creating a transition ritual. So if you notice survival mode kicks in during specific transitions, which is very common with the clients I work with, like coming home from work or winding down at night or transitioning from being around people to being alone, try creating a ritual to ease that shift. And this could be as simple as having a hot shower and changing into your PJs, which is one of my favorite things to do. My husband often will have a joke about me being in my pajamas at like 5 p.m. It could be journaling. It could be practicing gratitude, just something that feels really good for you. Breaking free from survival mode isn't about perfection. It's about small, consistent changes that really help your nervous system to feel safe and balanced. So thank you so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend or please leave a positive review. It really does help more people find this podcast. And if you're ready to dig deeper, please check out my case study data and also download my free ebook. So those links are in the show notes. So until next time, take a deep breath, give yourself some grace, and remember, you have the power to move out of survival mode and into a version 2 life where you are truly thriving. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me on the podcast. I hope today's episode gave you something new to think about and inspired you to step into your version 2 thriving self. Make sure you check out my free downloads, my ebook, and case studies to dig deeper. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It really does help to reach more listeners just like you.